clock says 11:11. Make a wish, they say. I close my eyes and whispered something every day. Same wish, same time, same burning in my chest. Bring them back, that's always my request. But wishes don't have tracking numbers, do they? They just float up and fade away. 11:11, are you thinking of me too? 11:11, do you wish the way I do? Same sky, same time, same stars above our heads. 11:11, but you're wishing with someone else instead. I used to love this minute, used to hold my breath. Now it's just a reminder of the time we have left. The dashboard clock, the microwave, my phone. Every 11:11 screams that I'm alone. But wishes don't come with receipts, I know. You can't return a love that chose to go. 11:11, are you thinking of me too? 11:11, do you wish the way I do? Same sky, same time, same stars above our heads. 11:11, but you're wishing with someone else instead. One day I'll see those numbers and just smile. One day 11:11 won't sting for a while. But tonight I'll close my eyes at 11:11 sharp and make the same old wish with my same old broken heart. 11:11, I'm still thinking of you. 11:11, one last wish, then I'm through. Same sky, last time, I'm letting go instead. 11:12, and I chose myself instead. 11:12.
Yeah. The bar is closing, they're wiping down the floor. My friends are leaving, I should walk out the door. But my thumb is hovering over your name. One drink too many, and I'm losing at this game. Don't do it, don't do it, don't you dare. But the alcohol is whispering that you still care. Last call, should I call? Should I let your phone ring? Last call, give me all or give me anything. It's almost midnight and my pride is almost gone. Last call, do I hang up or hold on? Yeah, or hold on. The taxi's waiting, me to running like my heart. I typed I miss you, then I tore the words apart. Delete, retire, delete it one more time. The hardest conversations happen line by line. Don't send send it, don't send it, walk away. But the silence after midnight has too much to say. Last call, should I call? Should I let your phone ring? Last call, give me all or give me anything. It's almost midnight and my walls are almost gone. Last call, do I hang up or hold on? 3 rings, 4 rings, 5, and then your voice. Leave a message, now I don't have a choice. I open my mouth, but nothing comes out right. Just breathing on a voicemail in the middle of the night. Last call, I called, I let your voicemail sing. Last call, said nothing, but it meant everything. Yeah, it's past midnight now and the moment's come and gone. Last call, I hung up, but my heart is still holding on. Still holding on, holding on.
I remember the minute, 11:47 p.m. That's when the door clicked shut and didn't open again. The fridge was humming, the TV's still on mute, and I just stood there like a statue in your suit. Time split into that night, before you, after you, and I've been living in the after ever since. The minute you left, the clock forgot to move. The minute you left, the air forgot to breathe. Everything stopped, but nothing stopped for me. The minute you left is where I'll always be. Your keys are on the counter where you always put them down. Your jacket's on the chair like you're still around. But the echo of the door is all that's really here. 11:47, the longest minute of the year. Time broke in half that night. Your half walked out the door, and my half's been standing still forevermore.
Forgave you, stepped aside. Now it's just the raw, the ugly and the real. The part of me that's done pretending not to feel. You said forever like it cost you nothing. Turns out forever was a season, and the season's done. Midnight teeth, I'm biting back the words. Midnight teeth, I'm swallowing the hurt. You gave me pretty lies with ugly worth. Midnight teeth, I'm grinding through the worst. You posted something happy, that's a punch I didn't need. Your smile looks like a crime scene, and I can't stop the bleed. I screenshot it, then deleted it, then saved it one more time. Self-destruction in a cycle, midnight favorite crime. You said I'm sorry like it cost you nothing. Turns out your sorry was a season, and the season's done. Midnight teeth, I'm biting back the words. Midnight teeth, I'm swallowing the hurt. You gave me pretty lies with ugly worth. Midnight teeth, I'm grinding through the worst. Let me be angry for a minute, let me break. Let me throw your memory against the wall and watch it shake. Because the sadness comes at 3, but midnight is for rage. Midnight teeth, I'm spitting out the pain. Midnight teeth, I'll never bite my tongue again. You gave me broken with a beautiful name. Midnight teeth, I'm done playing your game. Done playing. Done playing. I'm watching our old videos at the speed of pain. Your voice in my headphones like a passenger train. I know every frame, every laugh, every glance. I memorize the tragedy and I'm calling it a dance. I know it's poison, I know it's a trap, but I keep pressing play and I can't take it back. Replay, 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 I can't stop. Your voice on a loop and my heart's gonna pop. Rewind to the part where you said you'd stay. Replay, I'm stuck on replay. I'm stuck on replay. I'm reading our old texts like a detective on a case, looking for the clue. I missed the crack inside the vase. Was it Tuesday when you changed? Was it something that I said? I'm scrolling through the autopsy of everything we had. I know the ending, I know how it breaks, but I keep going back to the beautiful mistakes. Replay, 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 I can't stop. Your smile on the loop and my chest's gonna drop. Rewind to the part where we were okay. Replay, I'm stuck on replay. I'm stuck on replay. What if I delete it all?
said forever on a Tuesday afternoon, between the laundry and a badly microwaved spoon.
Not on a mountaintop, not underneath the stars, just standing in the kitchen with your
cereal and scars.
You said forever, like you meant it at the time, like forever was a promise, and
not just a line.
I held it in my pocket like a coin I'd never spent. Turns out forever had a start and
had an end. You said forever, 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 but forever lasted 7 months of weather. You said forever, like a song stuck in my head. Now forever's just a word that means you left instead.
I found a sticky note that said forever starts today.
You wrote it on the mirror before you walked away.
The ink is fading, but the promise left a stain,
A permanent reminder of a temporary name. You said forever, 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 but forever couldn't handle stormy weather. You said forever, like a chorus I believed. Now forever's just a lyric that you didn't really mean. Was it forever when you kissed me in the rain?
Was it forever when you whispered through the pain?
Or was forever just a word you love to say?
A beautiful expiration
With no date. You said forever,
and I'll say it too.
I'll forever remember
What forever meant to you.
a word, a wish, a lie dressed up in gold.
Oh, you said forever.
But forever got old. Forever got old. Forever got old.
My brain won't shut up, it's doing laps at 2 a.m. Running through the greatest hits of how it all began. What if I said the thing I swallowed down like pride? What if I chased the car instead of watched you drive? The daylight version of me says I'm fine, but the 2 a.m. version reads between every line. I'm a 2 a.m. thinker, overthinking you. Every word, every silence, every I love you. I'm a 2 a.m. thinker with a full-time brain, thinking through the wreckage of a love I can't explain. I'm calculating chances like a broken algorithm. If I've been better, would you still be in this system? I'm replaying conversations, editing the script, giving past me better lines that present me never said. The morning version of me moves along, but the 2 a.m. version text, every subtext, every I miss you. I'm a 2 a.m. thinker with a restless brain, running circles round a love I'll never have again. Think until the ceiling starts to spin. Think until the morning light grows in. Maybe if I think enough I'll find the answer why. Or maybe 2 a.m. was never meant to know goodbye. I'm a 2 a.m. thinker, but it's 2:59 and the thoughts are getting quieter. They're running out of time. I'm a 2 a.m. thinker, but the dawn is on its way. Maybe 3 a.m.'s the hour I stop thinking and just stay. Just stay. Just stay.
I stopped crying about an hour ago. Now I'm just sitting here watching shadows grow. The tears dried up but nothing filled the space. Just a hollow kind of quiet on my face. This is the part they don't warn you about. Not the storm, but the nothing after the clouds. Numb, numb, numb. At 2:30, can't feel the hurt, and that's what hurts me. Is this healing, or just the absence of a feeling? I scroll through every photo, felt like reading someone else. That girl looks happy, I don't recognize myself. The smile, the laughter, the hand that's holding yours feels like a movie that I watched through someone's doors. This is the part where the music should swell, but the orchestra went home and I can't tell. Numb, numb, numb. At 2:30, can't feel the love, and that's what hurts me. Numb, numb, numb. Is this living, or just the leftovers of giving up? I'd rather cry, I'd rather scream, I'd rather break. At least the pain would mean my heart's still awake. But numb is just a body saying I've had enough. A temporary armor made of giving up. Numb, numb, numb. But it's 31, and I felt something, just a flicker, just a one. Numb, 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 but not forever. The feeling's coming back,
They say the darkest hours just before the dawn, but I've been counting and the dark is going on and on.
My watch says 2, but it feels like it's been years since the last time that the morning volunteered.
I'm holding on to seconds like they're made of glass,
each one heavier and slower than the last.
the night keeps stretching like it knows
I'm scared of living in a morning where you're just not there. This is the longest hour,
longest night, longest year.
this is the longest silence.
I've been drowning in right here.
But if the hour ends, does the heart break in two? Or does the longest hour just lead to missing you?
Oh, the ceiling's got a crack that looks just like a road.
Oh, I've been following it, hoping that it leads me home. This is the longest hour,
Longest dark, longest ache
this is the longest version.
of a heart about to break.
But if the sun comes up, do I learn to start anew? Or does the longest hour just loop back to you? Hold on, hold on, hold on through the dark. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on with your heart.
The longest hour, always at the last minute.
And the last minute always has a light within it. This was the longest hour.
And it's finally done.
This was the longest night.
But I see the sun.
The hour ended and the heartbreak shifted shape. The longest hour taught me that I'm strong enough to wait. Strong enough to wait.
Something shifted when the clock struck 4. Like the night got tired of being at war. My thoughts went quiet for the first time tonight. And in the silence I could finally see the light. They say the truth comes out at night, but the real truth waits until you're too tired to fight. 4 a.m. clarity, everything's so clear. 4 a.m. clarity, I know why I'm here. It wasn't love, it was a habit wearing a disguise. 4 a.m. clarity, I finally opened my eyes. miss the me that existed then, the version of myself before the hurt set in. You were a chapter, not the book, not the pen. And chapters end so better ones can begin. They say the breakdown comes before the breakthrough, and 4 a.m. just gave me my breakthrough. 4 a.m. clarity, everything makes sense. 4 a.m. clarity, I'm climbing off the fence. It wasn't fate, it was a lesson with a pretty face. 4 a.m. clarity, I'm finally leaving this place. Thank you, darkness, for the education. Thank you, 2 a.m. for the devastation. Without the breaking, I would never know that 4 a.m.'s where you finally let go. 4 a.m. clarity, I see who I am. 4 a.m. clarity, I don't need your hand. It was a beautiful disaster with an ugly end. 4 a.m. clarity, I'll never lose myself again. Never again. Never again.
My thumb was on your name, 1 centimeter away from undoing all the healing that I built today. The screen was glowing like a dare. I couldn't take 1 tap, and all my progress is a beautiful mistake. I put the phone down, picked it up, put it down again. The war between my heart and brain is one that no one wins. Almost called you, almost broke tonight, almost said your name into the city light, almost gave in, almost lost the fight, but almost doesn't count. And I survived the night. And I survived the night. I drove past your apartment, took the long way home. Your light was on, I wondered if you're up alone. I slowed the car, I stopped, I sat, I stared, then drove away because I'm learning how to care. I turned the radio up, drowned you out with noise. The DJ played our song, the universe enjoys the irony. Almost called you, almost broke tonight, almost sent a text that said I'm not alright, almost gave in, almost lost my mind, but almost doesn't count. And I'm doing fine. And I'm doing fine. One day almost turns to didn't even think about it. One day your name won't make my heartbeat shout, but tonight almost is a victory. I'll take every almost is a muscle that I'm learning how to make. Almost called you, but I called myself instead. Almost broke down, but I built myself up instead. Almost went back, but I walked forward. I'm not dead. Almost, but not tonight. Almost, but not tonight.
I've had your number memorized since we were 17. 10 digits tattooed on the inside of my dreams. But tonight I'm standing at the edge of letting go. My finger on delete, the hardest button that I know. It's just a number, it's just a name. So why does pressing delete feel like standing in the rain? Delete your number, delete the chain, delete the hope that you'll ever call again. Delete the maybes, delete the what ifs too. Delete your number, but I can't delete loving you. I've got your voicemail saved from 19 months ago. Hey babe, I'm running late. Save me some pizza though. It's nothing special, just an ordinary day. But ordinary days are what I miss the most today. It's just a voicemail, it's just a sound. So why does press and delete feel like burning my house down? Delete your number, delete the thread, delete the conversations living in my head. Delete the screenshots, delete the saved hearts too. Delete your number, but I can't delete missing you. Your number, and I'll survive losing you. I'll survive. I'll survive.
The sky is doing that thing it does at 5. Not dark, not light, just barely alive. A purple bruise that's healing into gold, the most honest color that I've ever been told. I made it through the night, I'm still standing here. Tired but breathing, broken but clear. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, it survived the dark too. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, it's black and blue but breaking through. If the sky can hold a bruise and still become the dawn, then maybe I can too. Maybe I can carry on. The street lights are surrendering to something new. The shadows shrink like they've got somewhere else to be too. And for the first time tonight, I feel my shoulders drop, the clenching in my jaw, the spinning, it all stops. I made it through the war inside my head, still standing, still breathing, still choosing life instead. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, it survived the dark too. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, it's torn apart but pushing through. If the sky can't hold the night, I'll still become the sun. But maybe I'm not done, maybe I've just begun. Every dawn was once a midnight, every sunrise earned its right, and every broken heart that's watching this same sky is proof that darkness doesn't get the final lie. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, look at me still alive. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, I survived, I survived. The sky held every hour and still chose to shine. And so will I, and so will I, and so will I, and so will and so Sky is doing that thing it does at 5. Not dark, not light, just barely alive. A purple bruise that's healing into gold, the most honest color that I've ever been told. I made it through the night, I'm still standing here, tired but breathing, broken but clear. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, it survived the dark too. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, it's black and blue but breaking through. If the sky can't hold a bruise and still become the dawn, then maybe I can too. Maybe I can carry on. Streetlights are surrendering to something new. The shadows shrink like they've got somewhere else to be too. And for the first time tonight, I feel my shoulders drop, the clenching in my jaw, the spinning, it all stops. I made it through the war inside my head, still standing, still breathing, still choosing life instead. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, look, it survived the dark too. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, it's torn apart but pushing through. If the sky can't hold the night and still become the sun, then maybe I'm not done, maybe I've just begun. Every dawn was once a midnight, every sunrise earned its right, and every broken heart that's watching this same sky is proof that darkness doesn't get the final lie. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, look at me still alive. Look at the 5 a.m. sky, I survived. coffee tastes different when you've earned the morning light, when you've wrestled every demon through the longest night. The toast is just toast, but it feels like a reward for every hour that I chose myself and not the sword.
The shower hits different when you've cried out all the salts,
when you finally stopped assigning someone else the fault.
the water's just water,
but it's washing something clean, like the first day of a life I haven't lived or seen. First light feels different when you've survived the dark. First light feels different when it's healing every scar. The sun doesn't know what I went through tonight, but first light feels different, and different feels right.
I opened the window, felt the morning on my skin,
And for the first time in forever, I let the daylight in. First light feels different when you've earned it with your tears. First light feels different after all those midnight fears. The dawn doesn't care about the battles in my mind, but first light feels different, and different feels kind.
Thank you to the hours that crushed me into dust.
Thank you to the darkness for teaching me to trust.
That every single sunrise is a promise kept.
The light will always come for those who haven't left. First light feels different, it feels like mine. First light feels different for the very first time. The sun came up and I'm still here to see it shine. First light feels different, and I feel fine. I feel fine. I feel I spent so many hours looking at the past, counting all the things that weren't designed to last. But here I am at dawn, with empty hands and open eyes, and for the first time, the future doesn't terrify. I lost the hours, but I found the lesson learned. Every bridge I watched you burn just lit my way to return. Tomorrow starts tonight, right here, right now. Tomorrow starts tonight, I'm figuring it out. I lost the hours, I lost the years, I lost my way, but tomorrow starts tonight. And tonight I choose to stay. The hours we lost are scattered like the stars, beautiful and distant, evidence of scars. But Tomorrow starts tonight.